I'm starting to notice a trend here. Games in which Drake attends, teams come into town, like the Milwaukee Bucks earlier in the season, Drake's sitting there courtside. The Raptors crush them. Last night, Phoenix comes to town. They're rested. The Raptors landed at 4 a.m. the night before. They had some plane troubles, and they just took it
Brooklyn.
Exactly. And they took it to the Phoenix Suns, one of the best teams in the Western Conference. What is Drake getting these guys up to the night before games, like Giannis and Lillard and Durant and Booker, that as the Raptors,
it's something to really question,
AK. Well, and you look on the FanDuel, like the Raptors are 3-point underdogs, and I'm like, how is this possible?
So the same thing against Milwaukee. Milwaukee, they were coming in 5-point favorites, and they're one of the best teams in the league against the Raptors that were struggling. You're like, what is wrong with this line? Something is
fishy,
very fishy. And then last night, the same thing. And then you and I start to talk about Drake, and I don't know how you feel about Frank. I think there's something sketchy going on with the players coming into town.
Durant, come on by for a couple drinks before the game.
That's what it
night
is.
Before.
Big party up at the bridal path. Get everyone over. And listen, if it's going to work to the Raptors' advantage, which I guess it is, but Scotty Barnes is playing like a beast right now. He is fully arrived and on the scene, and that's great news for Raptors fans.
They played really, really well against a tough Phoenix team. They were coming in with 7 wins in a row. They were the rested team. Well, maybe not so rested if they were hanging out with Drake.
What's Drake up to?
Dude.
Well, the Raptors got in at 4 a.m. The Phoenix Suns might have got back to their hotel after the Raptors were getting home from the bird.
I was at the game with our buddy Alex Sirizotti, and we were talking about Drake, and we were trying to picture, like, what does Drake's night look like? Pre-game, post-game, at halftime? Like, what type of nefarious activities is this individual getting up to?
Dude, when you're that guy,
I can't even imagine.
When you're that guy and you got that kind of bankroll and that kind of Rolodex, it can look like literally whatever you want it to look like. That's what it can look like. So,
do we have the audio of like what he sounded like?
We should. Actually, that's a good idea. So Drake went into the room after the game, and the Raptors were celebrating. And
this is why this is a story.
Scotty Barnes is wearing the chain. He was, I don't know, the dog of the game or whatever they call it. And Darko Rajakovic, the coach of the Toronto Raptors, had Drake say a few words, and here's how it sounded.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
What's up, Coach?
What you got for us?
Oh, what do I have?
Yeah, man, you're part of the team.
By the way, incredible win. You see, look at my dog has a chain on. Saw a lot of synergy, a lot of sharing the ball, a lot of great plays made. Congratulations, boys. It's a regular season win, but it's a great win nonetheless. It is what it is. We gotta celebrate.
We had season record of 44 deflections today, and Scotty had 10 deflections. He wants to win that sweet.
There we go. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together.
Like, where else do you see that
synergy?
And
it's like he's a corporate guy.
Darko says
synergies.
Darko says, "What do you mean? You're part of the team."
Yeah, he tells global ambassador.
Drake that he's part of the team.
He is. He's part of the team.
Does he play the game?
Well, in spirit, he's part of the team. I guess.
How is Drake part of the team? Because he's an ambassador of the team?
Well,
yes,
if he's getting Kevin Durant and Devin Booker to play like they did
last night,
Booker especially.
That's a team player right there.
The one thing I noticed in Drake's comments there, it's a regular season win, but it's a win nonetheless. Yeah. Where Drake is a guy, and he's been to a couple games this year. I'm not saying he's not a Raptors fan, but back in 2019, you think Drake was missing any games during the playoffs? No, because I think Drake and basically everybody acknowledges this team is not a title contender. They might not even make the playoffs this year. They might be complete sellers ahead of the trade deadline. So, yeah, it's a regular season win, but
it would have been funny if Drake walked in. He's like, I got you, boys. I did my part last night. You guys did your part today. That's a team effort. That's the synergy.
I did see Austin Matthews was wearing the Soto hat at practice this morning. Maybe that's where everybody went after the game.
There you go.
Drake's like, guys, you go and enjoy Soto or whatever. Maybe it's Harbor 60. But again, if there was just a camera on Drake for a night, like last night, although it's like a Wednesday night in Toronto, a weekend, a green light special evening for Drake, that's something I'd pay a lot of money.
Drake's probably getting the chef to come to the house and do up the whole thing there, big party there. It's all like when you're that big like Drake, it's at the house.